All right, what's going on, Legionnaires? Welcome to
I don't know.
episode
I don't know what is going on.
the Legion of.
Where am I?
What is going on?
Well, this is a little extra episode we're doing here because there's so.
Can
no
you
idea.
tell us what we're doing here?
Ooh,
Oh,
I have no idea what we're doing right now.
that's right. We'll talk about it, and you're gonna have lots of good things to say
Kind of like,
every time.
The MCU.
yeah,
Oh.
kind of like the MCU doesn't have any idea what's going on right now.
Well, that is what we're talking about. We are talking about, is the MCU in trouble?
Garbage. Oh.
Kind of. What's going to happen with it? So we're
Don't know.
there's
Y'all
a
doing it.
lot going on. We have kicked off Phase 5. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium has come out.
Yep.
If you want to hear our review, we gave it out last week. So
Check it. Check it.
go take a
Check
look
it.
at
It's
that.
in a book.
Reading Rainbow.
LeVar Burton.
We have, man, if he was in Ant-Man, we have so much to talk about. We couldn't fit it into
Kang.
one.
If he was Kang.
LeVar Burton.
LeVar
LeVar
Burton is
Burton.
Kang.
That's a side of LeVar Burton I wouldn't want to see.
How old
That's
is he?
a
LeVar Burton's
multiverse.
like 70 now.
It's a
No.
multiverse.
I'll look it up.
Dude, Michael
Look it up.
Dorn, Michael Dorn, the guy who plays Worf, he is 70.
Oh, yeah.
He came back and he's playing Worf in the new Picard series. Anyway,
Well, they're
we're
all
not
old
talking
in
about
that.
Star Trek. We're talking about the MCU. In
Yes.
particular, we're talking about
Maybe he is.
Phase 5 and Phase 6 and where we're seeing that go and whether we think they're in trouble or not. So if you want to hear about that, keep listening. If you want to
66.
66?
That's
I was close. He's almost 70.
rounded up.
If you want to hear about that, keep listening. If you want to hear about everything Marvel, DC, Star Wars, comic books, subscribe to
Burton.
our channel. LeVar Burton. We talk about him a lot. No,
Bread.
we don't. I think it might be the first time.
Bread.
No.
Brett?
Bread.
Oh, Bread.
Bread.
Yeah, Bread.
Listen to that
Talk about
podcast and
Brett,
nothing.
too.
We do talk about
We do
Brett.
talk about Brett.
Brett likes bread, by the way.
Does he?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
so.
Big-
he's
Big
a
Brett
human.
guy.
Like and subscribe if you want to hear us talk about all those kinds of things. Go down to the description. We got links down there that go to all kinds of cool places where you can
Links for
support.
days.
That's where you see all the things that,
We're
we
talking
talk
about,
about.
like
Yep.
bread
Yeah.
and Brett
Yep.
and video games and sci-fi and
so
comics
many
and
links you
all
call it a
that stuff.
chain.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at you.
You're on
Look at
fire
you.
tonight. You can go down there, though, and you can support this channel in a lot of different ways. You can support it by going to our legionofcc.com to buy sweet merch like that, sweet merch like this, sweet merch like that over there. And you can also become a Patreon supporter, and you can get extra content and also help just make this show a better
It's
show.
only $2.99 a month.
It's not. It's $3. 3 is the smallest.
But we do have a bunch of specials going on right now.
We
Don't
do.
we have a
Do.
bunch of like promotions happening basically every month throughout this year?
For
Yeah.
5 more days.
Yep. Well, no.
No,
'cause
Just kidding. When
comes
this is
out
coming
a
out.
couple weeks
You
after
just
that.
stop over there. You
Just
don't
stop it.
understand
I touch
anything with
buttons.
the finance.
Listen, Harry, it's called time travel. It's Logan's favorite. Logan talks about not liking time travel.
Except I do it every
except you
week.
do it every week.
Except I time travel every week.
Every single week. So, no, the February promotion is
I've caught a
not-
cricket before.
the February promotion is not in effect anymore, but we will be having a promotion coming out in the month of March. And like Logan said, pretty much every month this year, we'll have a different
Yes,
promotion.
sir.
But only for those people who are Patreon supporters.
Patreon.
Those promotions, though, do go for any tier. So if you're the lowest tier, you get a promotion. If you're the highest tier, you get a promotion. Different kinds of promotions, but you'll get them. So
And you'll
Yes.
shed tears of joy when you become a Patreon supporter.
you
Yep.
will. You
Yep.
also get personalized messages from us welcoming you to the Legion.
I'm going to call you every morning.
Well,
If you want it,
if you wanted, I guess you could ask.
we could make it happen.
We might try to.
I'll do it.
Harry did mention buying people movie tickets.
I
So,
absolutely will do that also.
Yes.
Yeah. So if
You missed your opportunity for Ant-Man 3, but
you did.
Other movies keep coming out.
there are other movies.
Yeah.
The first 5 people to comment in the bottom that live in the tri-state area of Pennsylvania, or just one.
No, well, hold on. You gotta narrow that. Not the tri-state area.
No, he's not paying for travel. They would have to travel.
Yeah, they have to travel
but
to
he
us.
just-
I guess so. Really,
The Philadelphia
the
region.
greater Philadelphia region.
Not even greater, just Philadelphia region.
Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I mean, this.
Yeah,
where we
for
are
sure.
now.
Yeah. It's all around that area.
That's a tri-state area. Yeah.
No, the tri-state area is New York, New Jersey,
Moving
and
on.
Pennsylvania. Regardless.
You know what's not in the tri-state area?
Delaware.
Kang.
Kang.
He's in the multiverse. Wow. All right. Well, so what we're talking about today is
Please never do that again.
Yeah, don't do that.
Can I do it one more time?
No.
I'll allow it.
Oh, you did it anyways.
That needs to be one of your button noises.
Give me a sound bit. I'll do it.
I'll make one for you.
I need a side. I need one right
What
here.
was that
This
old,
is not enough.
What was that
buddy.
old
You know,
cartoon that was like, oh, we're going to Candy
Candy
Mountain.
Mountain, Charlie. Candy Mountain. No. Oh, baby. We need to bring that one
Oh,
back.
baby.
That was a good
baby.
one.
Oh man, I
Now
forgot
that's
about
That's
that.
old school.
Old school.
You know what it's
Wow.
like, because I know if you're listening to this, you're
You've
a
heard it.
subscriber and you've heard it.
All right,
Yeah, I don't think we've
What do
done
you
that
wanna-
since here.
Greg.
I don't think
Greg,
we have.
what do you want to talk about?
Honestly.
Wait, hold on.
What-
To give you a preface
what
about
was your
this,
plan?
Honestly,
I kind of know a little bit where Greg's going. Logan has absolutely no clue where.
What are we
Greg's
doing?
going.
In
Just
all-
like
in
But
all
I still
honesty,
barely know anything
I
that's
will
going on.
talk, but just like give me
all-
something to run with here.
Listen, in all honesty, I'm just lonely and I want to just talk more.
Okay, talk.
Oh,
Well,
myself.
I want to be.
all by myself.
No, that's not true. I want to be with the Legion.
All right.
So
Aw.
here, what we're talking about today is there's so much revolving around Kang and the multiverse and variants of Kang and Loki season 2, the future of the MCU, and really what's driving the internet right now is the MCU going to survive these phases, or are fans just going to boycott the crap out of it, or just not like it, or it's just going to tank so hard that Big Kev is going to have to find another universe to work in. We want to talk a little bit about what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk a little bit more about the end credit scenes in Ant-Man. We're going to pull that apart a little bit because we really didn't talk about, in our Ant-Man review, we didn't talk about the second one because
Okay.
that one's actually almost bigger than the Council of Kangs. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about what that looks like playing out into phase 5 and 6, which ends in Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. We're also going to give just our gut reaction on what do we think about the future of the MCU? Like, where do we really think it's going? And do we think it's going to get better, or do we think it's going to get worse? Do we think Big Kev has lost it? Those are the questions going around the internet. And so really, we know that you guys don't care about anybody's opinions but ours. So we want to give them to you. I mean, they want to know, the people want to know, do the Legion think that phase 5 and 6 is going to actually work? Do we think that Kang is going to actually fly? Do we think that Big Kev has sank the MCU with the atrocity that was phase 4? So that's really what we're talking about. But let's first just kind of put a nice little bow around the Kang ending in Ant-Man and what that means for the future. So the second stinger in Ant-Man, big spoilers here, guys. If you haven't listened to our episode or seen the movie, go and do those things first. Just a warning, because this is fresh news. Second stinger, it's hot and fresh. Get it hot and fresh. The second stinger pretty much set up Loki season 2,
Yeah,
right? We see Loki.
but why is that more important?
Oh, we're gonna find. I'm gonna tell you. So he is.
Dabbing on him.
Hitting with a dab.
You got a dab sneeze over there.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, the Loki season 2, we see Loki season 1 end, right? Where Loki is now in a different time variance.
Yeah,
He finds a different Mobius,
yeah.
who is still part of the TVA, but the TVA is being run by what it looks like to be Kang the Conqueror, right? We
Right.
see the statue of Kang. It's no longer the He Who Remains. Doesn't look like he's hiding behind the facade of the Timekeepers. It looks like in this universe, outside of time, Kang the Conqueror reigns supreme,
Yeah.
and Loki is freaking out about that. In this stinger, it seems like Loki has at least gotten this Mobius to be on board with checking out what Kang has done,
Yeah,
or
Kang
who
is.
Kang really is, or whether or not he should trust the Conqueror or whatever name he's going by in that season. And so they go back in time and they see a Kang who is kind of reminiscent of
Nikola
Edison or
no,
Tesla, or like he's talking about electricity and whatever. This is a variant of Kang who is huge in the comics.
Okay, tell me more.
He you gotta love the 60s because he names himself Victor Timely. Okay, so Victor Timely is the Kang that this Kang we see in the post credits is depicting.
Yeah.
All right, Victor Timely in the comics is a variant of Kang who goes back in time and settles in Wisconsin on Earth and creates his own town. He sets up his own town, and he kind of founds himself as this technological guru of the time,
Okay.
back in the early 1900s.
Sounds like Nikola Tesla.
Exactly, right? So he goes back and he becomes this guy called Victor Timely. And Victor Timely is actually the Kang variant who is most widely accredited with creating the time-jumping technology that the majority of the Kangs use to jump the multiverse and to jump timelines.
Interesting.
So he is going back. So Loki season 2 is going to the root of this time-jumping Nexus villain Kang
Okay.
in the form of Victor Timely.
Right.
And Victor Timely is really the crux of where we're going to get Rama Tut. We're going to get Scarlet Centurion. We're going to probably get Kang Prime. We're going to see where those Kangs learn to jump is from this Victor. So he is setting up now for Loki season 2. We talked about Loki season 1 being a vital part of the start of
Yes.
Kang. Loki season 2 now seems to be a vital part of the dissemination of multiversal Kang with Victor Timely.
It's interesting because it's like season 1 is like the end of Kang,
Right.
and season 2 is the beginning of Kang.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah,
So
hear-
it's interesting.
it's interesting. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say it's more critical than the
So
First
what I
stinger.
what
Yeah,
I well what
the
I
first
wonder what I wonder is Victor Timely going to be how we get to know Kang Prime? Is he going to be the one that introduces us to the Kang that Immortus sets out to defeat?
See, that's not what I think.
What do you
I
think?
think Victor Kang and season 2 of Loki may be our
Yeah.
opportunity to get to know Kang.
Okay. Yeah,
like
yeah.
get to have that opportunity where we get to relate.
Where he started.
Yeah, and understand why he's
Yeah.
doing what he's doing.
Right,
Why
okay,
all
sure.
of his
Why
Kangs,
the variants are trying
why
to
all
jump
the
time.
Yep. Why they're doing this and what their end goal is. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
could be.
more
Ooh, yeah.
what
think
what the purpose
exciting.
of that is, because this was always my criticism
Sure.
of Thanos was we understood
Yes.
Thanos's purpose, but we didn't really get that deep understanding,
Yes.
those flashbacks, that like movie that was so about him,
Yes.
so we could
Yes.
relate more to Thanos. My
Right.
example was it's Infinity, not
Yeah, Infinity War.
Infinity
you wanted
War.
it to be more
I wanted
about
Infinity
him.
War to be more that opportunity when they were on the moon and he was doing the flashback, that we actually
Yeah.
see him making the arguments. We actually
Right,
get
right.
to know him more deeply. That was the movie that I thought should have had that more. If we
Yeah,
get a full
you
season
wanted-
of really getting to know
Yeah,
Kang
yeah.
at his core,
Yeah.
I think that would be that's really awesome.
You wanted, I remember when you and I talked about Infinity War and
Yeah.
Endgame, you were like, I want just a whole movie about Thanos.
Yeah.
Without having to share it with Thor, without having to share
Yes.
it. Like, even
Yeah.
though the Infinity War dynamic of Thanos and Thor was great,
Yep.
you were like,
Yep.
but I want to see more about
Thanos.
young Thanos
Yep.
when he was fighting for his idea of galactic peace.
You're right.
And
Right.
so now we're looking to maybe get that with Victor Timely. You
Because
know,
there was
pretty
this whole
sick.
storyline with Thanos of like, I presented an idea
Right. I was shot down. I was
shot
called a
down.
man titan, Yeah.
and my planet suffered
right.
because of it. And therefore, that is why So
Yeah.
let me see that.
you wanted to see a whole movie of that. So
Mhm.
now we might get a whole show.
We
of
might
it.
get a whole show of it. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
Are we talking about your other questions yet, or are we sticking
Not
to that
quite
first?
yet. Let's
okay.
let's finish up about the ideas behind Loki and Victor Timely. One other quick little tidbit, because I want to hear Harry's thoughts on this too.
Yeah.
Is Victor Timely in the comics is also said to be the creator of the original Human Torch android that fought with Captain America and Namor in World War II.
Oh.
So if you remember, one of the original Earth defenders that fought with Captain America and fought with Namor against Hitler was the Human Torch, which was an android that could self-combust pretty much and turn on the fire. He was also, that technology in the comics was what was originally used to create the synthetic body of Vision
Yeah.
which
Right.
obviously is different in the MCU because they used Ultron as the base for that, which is fine.
Yeah.
But Victor Timely could end up having us have a cool kind of tie-in with maybe some Human Torch footage of when he was back in that time, like in that
Could be.
universe. He helped, and we might see a variant of Captain America and the Human Torch and Namor, even if it's just like a side thing. That might be kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
But
Could be.
Harry, what do you think about the idea of just bringing in Victor Timely and going to this core version of Kang where he is? I mean, Victor Timely is an altruistic, like a kind, like he's the caring scientist that we saw He Who Remains talking about. You know, the one that wanted to share his ideas.
Right, the one that wanted
share.
to like bring prosperity, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about them kind of going down the route of Victor Timely in Loki 2?
I like that they are exploring more than just Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, like Immortus and the One Who Remains. I like how they're doing more. They're giving us more of a. I don't even know like how you could say like it's character development, but like
Sure.
it is because it's a character development of a singular name.
Right. Well,
Or
they're
an
all the
idea,
same. They're all
right?
the same
They're like-
at the core.
Right.
They've all got that same desire to bridge the multiverse. It eventually cascades
Sure.
into different motives, but we're really seeing all the facets of one person.
Yeah, and I feel like that it's gonna be hard because as who we are as the Legion, it's gonna be hard to not scrutinize it because there isn't much information besides who Victor Timely is, that there's a Victor Timely Jr. or whatever, and because he comes back as his own son, which is weird.
Yeah.
And then
right,
he
right.
then comes to the Phineas Horton guy, which is the guy that made the Human Torch
Yep,
helped them give the information for the Human Torch. or
Right.
whatever.
And
So
the technology
Yeah,
able to
I think-
do that in World War II time.
right. Do I think it's gonna be cool? Sure. Do I think it's gonna be a huge driving point for the narrative of Kang? Could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not like stoked about it, but I'm
Sure.
not like disinterested.
Mhm.
Like it's like one of those like low risk, high reward things. Like
Right,
it could
right,
be
for
really
sure.
good. But there's also the one thing that really drove like Loki and why I was so like just astonished by it as a like a series or whatever.
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
want to call it, a
Yeah.
show. Was just like the mystery behind it. And I
Yeah.
feel like that they've
Yes.
just kind of like dropped that. Like
Mhm.
there's the one guy that they're going to be focusing on, or if this is what they're going to be doing, if this is just
Sure,
going to
sure.
be about Victor Timely
Yeah.
and like
I don't
Loki
think
struggling
so.
with the power struggle of what he's going to do next, and
Right.
you know, Morbius just being
Mobius.
Mobius. I'm sorry,
Not Morbius.
We don't
Not
want Morbius.
Morbius.
No,
We don't want
please.
him.
please no, no.
Yeah, right,
not
right.
him.
With him just being kind of like there with his like quips and like funny gestures and like
Yeah.
like we need to do, you know,
But
wow.
we don't even
Wow.
know how Mobius is going to be in this.
Right. He's a different Mobius.
It's
Right.
a different
He's a
Mobius.
different Mobius. And
So-
I'm sure Loki's going to try and convince him.
Yeah.
Right. That. Well, and you even see it like in the Stinger. Mobius is like, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, believe me, that's him. You know, like
Right.
So
So
Loki's taking him to the beginning of Kang and
Right.
showing like this is the threat. Here's where we stop him. Because if they stop
Right.
Victor, they stop Kang's ability to jump. So we obviously know they're not going to stop Victor.
Yeah.
Because he's got to be able to jump.
Right.
But we also know that Ravana went back in time
Sure.
in search of Kang. So we could end up having part, and one of the cool parts of Loki season 1 was going to all the different places.
absolutely.
Right.
And that's the part of the mystery part that
Yeah.
I
Right.
enjoyed.
So
And us like how much fun was it when we were trying to figure out like mid-season what's going on and then trying to
Right.
guess
Yeah.
what happens at the end.
right. So are they
Yeah.
going to jump back to ancient Egypt and see like Ravana being like the lover of Raman Tut and like
Right.
having to
don't-
fight ancient Egyptian
Yeah.
technology, like that could be sick.
Could be sick.
I don't
Jump
think,
through all those places.
I don't think they're going to be
But they're gonna highlight
forever
that, yeah.
on Victor Timely.
100%.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that. I think they
I think
might.
he's the start.
My hope is that they give it enough where we get a good storyline and a good
Sure.
understanding of him.
Get a grasp
And
for
we get a
the
good-
masses of,
Yeah, we
of
get a
who
good
he is.
connection.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Of
But
where they start, of where all
I do
Kangs
think-
start.
But what they could
Locally
do
is
is
going to be all over. I think the
Which should be
place,
good.
all over the place.
right,
hopefully.
which is what it was like for the
Yeah.
first season. And I thought it was great. So, but if
yeah.
they stay too long on Victor Timely, and even if they stay too long on either
Ramen Tut
and
or-
Victor Timely and Ramen Tut,
Right.
that's all they do.
I don't think
That could be
so.
bad.
So here's the thing.
I think
There's
because
so,
what there's
this
like
could also be their-
seven episodes.
This could
Every
also
time
be
we
their-
talk about episodes,
it's
I always say the
usually-
wrong
It's
number.
usually 6 or 7. It's
Okay,
usually
so
what
for the
they-
first time I've
This
ever
could
said
be their
6.
opportunity to
You're like, "There's like
introduce
15."
Yeah,
introduce a lot of the different
Yeah,
sure.
Kangs though too.
Right.
You could get
I mean,
7
you could look at
different Kangs.
yeah,
You know what though? You know-
Iron Lad,
right? It could. Yeah. you could
Scarlet
write it-
Centurion,
Yep.
Chronometer,
So
What?
Chronomomet.
Chronometer.
I don't actually know that one.
Yes,
Chronometer he's the leader of Chronopolis.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping, honestly, what I'm hoping, like, yes, I want them to jump around a lot, but what I'm hoping is that they use it to build Victor Timely as like the beginning,
Yep.
and then Ramen Tut, Scarlet Centurion / Kang Prime,
Yep.
and Immortus. Like
Yeah.
they use this to show where it began and then how we got those offshoots.
Those specifically those 3.
Right.
Yeah.
And what they could do, so what I'm guessing is that the statue of Kang in time variance
Yeah.
is Kang Prime.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's Kang Prime, and hopefully Loki 2 will kind of give us that convergence to build these variants of Kang. Honestly, of all the variants, he's the variant we want. We want to see his variants.
True.
I don't really care about the other ones. Are just going to be cameos.
Right.
Kang variants are going to drive the next 2 phases of the MCU.
Yeah.
So that's where we get into this next topic of do we, and you alluded a little bit, Harry, on the last episode of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Do we think exploring the variants of Kang is going to be is it going to save the MCU, or is it going to continue to dissolve the MCU because we're in agreement that Phase 4
Right.
has hurt the MCU more than it's helped. There's a few shining gems in it, but for the most part, Phase 4 has been a mess. So is kicking off Phase 5 with Ant-Man and Loki 2, where they seemingly are focusing on the variants of Kang, is that going to be what's going to save the MCU? Or is it going to be what will ultimately be the MCU's demise? Because that's what the internet's asking. And we're the authority.
true.
I believe there are very
For the CBA, Comic Book Authority.
Oh.
I like that.
The Legion, the LCA, the Legion Comic Authority. So you have the TVA, the LCA,
I like it.
the
But
Legion Comic Authority.
I believe there is a very
We are.
simple I believe there's a very simple
I was about to
answer
make
to
my
this.
move there.
Yeah, it's all right.
I was like, what?
It's getting late at the Legion.
Woo!
I believe
Legion
there's a
After
very
Dark.
simple answer here. Okay.
Bound chicka wow wow. Go on.
It's not going to kill the MCU.
No.
What?
Well,
No.
Phase 5 and 6. He's saying
It's not gonna kill the
driving
MCU.
to the.
Nothing can kill the MCU. The MCU can't kill itself because it doesn't kill.
Right. 100%. I mean, like, that's pretty much.
The MCU will never kill itself.
We don't even have to do this anymore.
Don't even need to do it anymore. No, so
I wipe my hands of you.
here's the deal.
Yeah.
Lowest rated movie of
in the MCU.
in the MCU just came out. Right?
Right, which is
I looked
so
at that.
weird.
Remember how you told me you guys to look
Yeah.
that up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like it says 6 days ago, lowest rated one, and then it said 6 days ago also tied for lowest one, and then it said second lowest one. So like it's at the bottom. It's either
Right.
one or two.
It's real,
Okay,
real
so, but
close,
hear
which is
me
also
out.
confusing.
Irregardless.
Irregardlessly.
It
No.
just produced a massive
Fired.
opening.
Right, $500
all-
some $1,000, right?
No,
Not 500.
276.
$500,000.
Pause
No.
over there and let me
Almost-
handle this.
Almost 300 million.
Listen.
it already made back its
Same.
budget
Right.
and more in like 3 days.
So it's the lowest rated. It's already made back its budget plus some.
right.
It's not going to kill it. It's not going to kill it.
I'm not talking about.
People are going to go see these movies.
I'm not talking
People who
about
continue to go see
financially.
these movies.
I'm not talking about financially.
I'm not talking. That's all that matters.
No, but not to us because we are the purists.
I agree with
so
you.
what I'm saying is this going for comic fans? Is this going to kill the MCU?
It's going to make a lot of really good content for us.
It's true. Well, yeah, right. If it,
We're always in a
Either way.
win-win position.
I'm in a
Either
win-win
way.
mood. I'm in a
Either
win-win.
way.
So
We're gonna
here's
win.
the thing.
yeah,
This comes down to a very simple question.
sure.
Do you trust Kevin Feige?
So my trust has wavered,
Right.
but I think ultimately, for me, I still do because he has shown. At least he's shown that he's trying with Phase 5 to pivot based on he's reading the field well.
Right.
It seems like it. Now,
He's trying to pull people back in who he's lost.
right, yeah, which
Can be good.
right, it takes guts because like you said, financially, who gives a crap? He could just keep on going and he'd make
Yeah.
the money.
Right.
But he does care. And he wouldn't have made as much as he's made so well if he didn't. So I hope he can do it. And I still have trust in him, not as much as I did.
Now, here's the other side of that.
Right.
Um,
Wait, hold on. Do you trust him, Harry?
Um,
Like, where are you in the boat of Big Kev?
when you lean back like that, are you even still in the shot?
I don't know. I don't really care.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
You're probably,
Yeah.
well, I don't know, actually.
Yeah, whatever. They can get
I
my
think
belly.
I think it might be the light switch.
Just might be this right here. That's all that
No,
matters.
I think it might cut off right.
This is my good.
No, Batman Beyond is in the Terry's in the show.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like right
so
here.
he
I think.
should be okay.
All right, go ahead.
Doesn't really matter. Anyway,
What
do I
matters
trust
is his
him?
voice.
True.
His voice
Yes, that's true.
matters. You trust him.
Do I trust him?
Think about Aladdin reaching down the carpet
Mm.
to Jasmine. Do you trust me? If Big Kev is on that
First off.
that tapestry.
First off, Jasmine should have never trusted him.
Never.
It's true.
Street rat
Never.
riffraff.
First off,
1, street rat.
Street rat riffraff.
2, flying carpet.
Flying carpet. How does that? It defies physics.
Defies all things.
Magic is never actually a good thing.
Never should have trusted him.
Never should trust him. But if Big Kev's reaching down that tapestry and he
Yeah.
says, "Do you trust me, Harry?"
at this point,
What do you say?
you gotta look at it in the way of an investment.
Sure.
Yep.
He's too invested.
Yeah.
We're too invested.
Yep.
We are super.
We either
invested.
ride or we die.
family.
So it's kind of like, do I trust him? No. But are my position to not be able to trust him? Also no. So do you understand what I'm saying?
I love it.
This is
I love
Schrodinger's
it.
cat of trust.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
You both.
I don't
trust-
have an option.
You both trust him 100% and have zero trust in him.
Like
at
Logan
the same
said,
time.
we're at a point where he does bad things,
We
we
win.
talk about it. He does good things, we
We
talk about it.
Yep. So here's the other
So to
side.
answer your
of
question,
this.
no, I don't trust him.
All right.
So here's the other side
what
of this.
you didn't answer it yet. Do you trust Big Kev?
No, I don't trust any of them.
You don't trust anybody. You never
I
trust.
don't trust anybody.
So is Big Kev
Close-knit.
is Big Kev on Zack Snyder level?
No.
No.
No,
No, it can't
absolutely
be.
not.
Just
absolutely
asking.
not.
Would you fight him in the street?
Not yet. But it's getting close.
I'd shoot a
Would
Nerf gun
you-
at his face, no problem.
Nope.
Would you give him a dirty look in the street?
I give him a noogie.
Give him a. You wouldn't be able to get through the hat.
I give him a swirly.
You wouldn't fit in the bowl. The brim would get in the way.
That hat comes right off. That's the first
I
thing
don't.
you
I
do.
don't. Have you ever
Just-
seen him without a hat?
Just knock that off.
Maybe in like
Yeah.
old stuff
No,
before.
I've seen him
he
in, like-
became-
I'll Jake Paul him and steal that
He
hat.
shows up to the red. He shows up to the red
I
carpet.
got your hat.
He shows up to the red carpet in a full suit and the hat.
We should send him a Legion hat.
That's what we should do.
Yo,
Very
the red
smart
and black
move.
one actually. He does the red and black a lot.
All right, send it to him. Now,
I
here's
don't
the
have his address.
second part of this.
Hey,
I
Big
do.
Hey, Big Kev, put it in the comics.
You know who does? Brett.
Probably does.
Probably does.
He's riding Lambos with Big Kev.
Yep. Yep.
Our Lambos.
With our Legion money.
With our
Our
Legion.
The Legion Lambo.
Yeah.
It's got the Legion logo on the hood. He's driving around, doesn't let us see it.
Yep. All right, so here's the second part of it.
Yeah.
The direction that this appears to be going
Yes.
is that we are going to be dealing with movies where our heroes are battling all different versions of Kang.
Right.
Right.
So basically,
right, probably.
every movie, the villain will be Kang in some form or iteration.
I kind of hope so because I feel like Jonathan Majors has the depth to do a different Kang in every movie.
well, yeah.
It'd be
So
kind of
the
cool.
question there
Sure.
is twofold.
Yeah.
Do you want to see that?
I kind of do.
And do you believe they have the ability to pull that off? Not just,
kinda
not
don't.
just, not just Majors,
Jonathan Majors, but
not
yeah.
just Jonathan Majors. Them as I mean, all of them.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Here's what I want
What
to
do
say:
you think?
the concept,
Yeah.
the idea of that, I like
It's real
because
cool.
it's very
Yeah, real
different.
cool.
Sure.
It's very cool.
It's risky.
It's very risky.
Yeah.
But do I believe they have the ability to pull that off?
Yeah.
And maintain a central storyline? No, I don't.
Yeah, it's really
No,
tough.
I don't.
And
And the reason
that's
I
where I'm at, too.
don't,
Yeah.
the reason I don't is because they had to do it less convoluted
Right, right.
with Phase 4,
Sure.
and they couldn't hold that central line.
Yep.
The key here is holding the
they-
central line.
did
I don't
they
care how.
recenter?
I don't care.
Hold the line.
Hold
You
the
have
line.
to hold the line.
Hold that line.
Every story
You hold
has
that
to
line.
come back to that line.
Hold it.
And
Do I
there's
believe they
some
can do
things.
that?
Sure. There's
don't
some
know.
things they can waver on.
2 hands.
I get that. There's
Yeah.
something you can waver on.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's also some things you can't at all.
Yeah.
And the day that you waver that is the day that you give up like
Did they
actual quality.
Did they recenter enough at the beginning of Phase 5?
I don't
That's
think
what
so.
we need to. That's what I'm not sure.
don't think
I'm
so.
not
Enough?
convinced.
No. Did they?
No.
Did they?
They started.
Yes.
They started.
Did they do enough? No.
We won't. Well, we won't know. Honestly, I think we'll have a better idea at the end of this year when we see the next 2 movies and the
Yep.
next 2 shows.
Yeah.
We'll see.
After we forget
did
everything we
they
know about Kang.
refocus? Not if every show. Not if what they're doing. What Logan said, where every show is about him to a degree. So
Yeah.
I think.
Movie.
I think
show,
the way
all of it.
all of it, and it
Kind of
looks
like what it was with Thanos. Scar. Excuse me.
right. Well, and that's where that's where they. I think that's where they have to go. Where the main villain of every movie can't be Kang,
Correct.
but the main villain of every movie could be orchestrated by a different Kang,
Right.
and that's where they wouldn't run dry the material for Jonathan Majors.
Maybe.
They wouldn't exhaust him, and they just have a few movies where we
I
get a
got you.
centralized
Right
Kang.
here.
Yeah.
Just captures it all.
Capture it.
Kang needs to be the vision, not the villain.
Ooh.
I like that.
That's actually, and that's the
Yeah,
mistake
you're right.
they already made with Ant-Man. With the most recent one.
I would say the only
Yes and no.
forgiveness. Yeah, I would say the only forgiveness in Ant-Man is that because I know you didn't like it, but because it was the launching off point of the multiversal war,
You had to have a little bit.
you
of it in there.
had to drive the character of Kang a lot in that one to set up the idea of the war. And now we're going to be, because we got like 10 more movies. So now we can start.
Sorry, that was. Carry on.
Do that again. Because you're going to need to cut around that.
Yeah, I'm going to get around that. Like
That
if
was not loud.
That was echoed completely.
it did,
Yeah.
it popped.
Pop, pop.
It popped. That is where pop.
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
All right, it's staying in here.
It's staying
I want
in.
that.
Staying
It's staying
in.
in.
With the Legion has spoken.
That's mine now.
How much?
I want that.
He's like
Pop. That is, I don't know where I was. Oh, that is that is what
Yes.
they had to do to create a launching off point to set up the now like 10 movies that we kind of build
Disagree,
Kang's character.
but whatever.
I know you do, and it's all good.
But
we all
my
disagree
point
on
is,
things.
I don't think you disagree with basically what I
No.
was laying
No.
out.
No, I
in
think
any of
overall
this.
we agree.
vision, not the
Vision,
the vision, not the villain.
Until Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Sure.
Which
Yeah,
is where-
absolutely.
which is where they should converge.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think they've got a pretty big hill to climb
They
up.
do.
They got a pretty
They
big
do.
hill to climb
Yeah,
up.
I agree.
I think they're going to
Big
lose.
Kev's got a pretty big back, though.
I think they're going to lose some people along
I
the
think
way.
so too. I
And
think so too.
is it worth the shot? I don't know if it's worth it.
I think
honestly
they have to though.
I don't. Do they?
Yes,
They didn't have
because
to.
I think no. Here's
What
the
you're
thing.
saying is Kang worth losing
I
people?
think, no. Well, what I'm saying is I think they screwed
The
up.
risks they're taking is it worth it?
I think they screwed up so royally in Phase 4. They got to hit a home run, man.
Yeah,
They got to do it. They got to go big or go home.
but then so here's the
They'll win
final
them
part
back.
of it.
They'll win
Is
them back.
the final part of it is
Yeah.
like, will this be? This won't be the end of the MCU.
No.
No, no,
wanna
no, no,
name
no,
that.
no, no.
Will
They'll
this
fix
be
it
the end
somehow.
of Kevin Feige running the MCU?
Do you think they'd remove Big Kev?
I think they would remove Big Kev if this phase,
Yeah,
not
bombs.
phase.
If
I'm not
these
phase.
two- if phase
If
5
all
and
the
6
way
bombs.
through
Yeah.
Kang Dynasty
And Secret Wars
doesn't
yeah.
do
I
well,
disagree.
I think
I-
they get rid of him.
I don't know. Man.
I disagree.
I don't know if
Because
they can have
even
the
the
MCU
worst of
without him.
all the MCU movies still make
Almost
at least a
$1 billion.
third over what their budget is.
True.
But,
So in retrospect,
yeah,
the reason why people get asked to leave or they
Right,
get
they're not
fired or
making
anything
money.
is
Right,
because
they
about
lose the money.
shareholders and money.
You're right. You're right.
So
Harry.
he won't go anywhere. It's just
Well-
will people not support and make the MCU a bit? Because if you think about it, it's all merchandise,
Right,
sales
right,
of things at Disney,
right.
like everything
right.
like that. Will they make those sales? Maybe not as much, but will they still make? Will us suckers still go see the movie?
We will.
Absolutely.
We'll go see every single movie.
Sure.
Till the
sure,
day we
you're
die.
right.
But
You're right.
But if 5 and 6
Sure.
are going to be like 10 or 12 more movies, right?
Yep.
So if it continues to create this backlash for 10 or 12 movies, he could end up seeing a loss.
Sure.
Like that's 12 movies.
but I don't think enough to make.
Yeah. I hope not.
Yeah.
I
We're
hope
gonna
not
have to
because I
wait
want to
and
see
see.
it keep
Have to
going.
wait and see.
We're gonna have to wait and see. It's a long. He's not going anywhere.
Not for a long time.
Not for a long time.
Not for at least these next two
nothing.
phases.
Nothing is nothing
No.
is happening through what is already planned.
You know what? You know what?
Nothing.
You know why? Because
Nothing is changing.
even if it goes bad,
it is gonna be risky. But they're gonna do nothing.
even if it goes bad, they're gonna be like, well, we could do Marvel. So and he's gonna go like, oh yeah, Madam Web, Morbius.
Yeah.
This is what happens to Marvel when I'm not involved.
True.
And they're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
like,
Fair.
Like he's like, look at all the other Marvel properties.
Doesn't
All the
even,
other,
doesn't even
they
need to do
all are
that.
terrible.
I mean, the truth of the
They're
matter
making
is
a Madam Web movie, man, with Dakota. What's her name?
Banning.
not even
Fanning.
just that. Not even just that.
Madam Web's old, decrepit, and she's not.
Unless
Attractive.
unless the DCU
Yeah.
somehow starts to come on par with them,
Yeah.
or
Right,
starts to
right,
beat
right.
them out. Who else is there in the industry to
Right.
take a
For
spot?
comics.
Right.
Nobody.
Nobody.
They're not going to do anything.
The boys.
Somebody will talk to
That's
them and
it.
be like, "Hey, can you maybe like do maybe a little bit better?"
He's like, no.
Well,
It's good. Do what I'm
okay.
gonna do.
Good talk.
He's like, he's probably doing this
I'm not
badly.
going to do anything.
He's doing this badly on purpose because he's like, this is too boring. This is too easy.
Yeah, I mean, or
I
he's
gotta bring
challenging
it
himself.
down.
Or he's challenging himself.
Sure.
Right
Yeah, I
there.
could see
build
the
out
challenge
He's like,
himself.
how complicated can I make this for myself to be successful?
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing, man. Is we've said this before. He's the webmaster. So is he just trying to like create the most complicated version of success for himself because he's
Maybe.
bored?
Maybe.
I mean, he has dominated
Yeah,
for like
he might be bored
a decade.
over.
He
a
has
decade.
realized
Over
that
a
the only
decade.
person that can challenge him is himself.
He's
Yes.
Kang.
He's Kang.
I was like,
He's
he's Kang.
Just so we are now realizing he is Kang.
Kevin Feige's Kang.
Kevin
All right,
Feige's
well,
Kang.
Well,
that news.
hats off
There's
to you,
your
Kang.
there is your title.
Big Kev is Big Kang.
Yeah.
Is Big Kev Big Kang? What do you guys
They
think?
both are Big K.
They are Big K.
Big K is Big K.
They are Special K. The special
LTTL, that's
K
all
of
I'm
the comic
saying.
world.
Listen to the Legion.
Listen to the Legion.
Listen, guys, drop it in the comments down below.
What
Do
you think?
Do you think the MCU is doomed? Do you think these phases
Answer my
are going to be
questions.
good?
Answer my questions.
Logan
Do you
asked
trust,
a lot of great
do you
questions.
trust Big Kev?
If he was reaching over a tapestry to you, would you go back to your incredibly tame tiger?
I can show you the multiverse.
Oh my word!
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
The thing is has he,
Tell me, Kevin,
Is he
now when
breaking-
did you last
Is he-
let your heart decide?
is he breaking the genie rules though? You
A
can't,
whole new realm.
you can't bring anybody
A
back from
new
the dead.
fantastic point of view.
No, that's
that
the
still
rule, man.
applies. That still applies.
That's the rule. You can't bring anyone back from the dead. That's one of Genie's rules.
Yeah, but who's dead?
That's why he's not killing anybody because
That's
he can't
why
bring
he's
anybody
James
back.
can't bring him back
Gunn?
to the-
What?
The genie?
Is James Gunn the Genie? He went to DC.
No,
I know, but he
No, he didn't grant Kevin Feige anything.
I know,
If
but
anyone's the genie, it's just
Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige himself. He granted his own wish.
but the
and
genie
he
says
took
you can't
everything
bring
over.
people back from the dead.
Right.
Kevin Feige, James Gunn, he doesn't want to bring people back from the dead.
To kill everybody.
He wants to kill them
You-
off.
I hope he does.
Yeah,
Do what Peyton Reed could
yeah, but you can't kill. Genie can't kill.
Genie can't kill.
No, but they can die of
James Gunn's Jafar.
Yeah,
All right.
Listen, this is a convoluted mess, just
Lost.
like the MCU.
Is the
Like the
MCU
MCU.
just Aladdin? And on that note, we're done.
Yes. We'll see you guys in the next Legion of the episode. Legion of the episode? Oh my word.
LTDL
It's so
is
late. We'll see you guys on the next episode of
The
Legion
album-
of Comic Corrections.
got it.